I'm just going to be really honest and say drones are pretty darn tricky to fly. But as you can see there, homemade roof rack made out of aluminium. We're going to cover that in the next month or so. We've got 300 watts of solar panels, 3x100. That's from Renogy. And to be honest, the ceiling fan was just a super bargain that I found online somewhere. It doesn't even have a brand name on it, but it works. It was about $156. Pretty happy with it. The antenna is a Malenko Power 900L, and it works really, really well. I've already decapitated it going into a shopping centre, ripped it right off, had to rewire it, and fiberglass it back on. But I actually took about 70 millimeters out of it because it used to stand up like anything. It was so disproportionately high, but now I've shortened it down and it works really well. Who's that guy? Whoa, he's hopeless.
I do like the quality on these things, but I have already had to service the ball bearing mechanism, which stops them from going all floppy. In episode 1 on my channel, I installed this window. And for the princely sum of $950, we paid a licensed gas fitter to come out and install a pressure regulator and this little gas outlet, which we use for the barbecue. I didn't screw with the electrical side of things either. These are both clips or fittings, and if you've ever had trouble opening the white one, as you can see there, the trick is to sort of push it down, then pull it out, because you'll just break it otherwise. It's an incredible clip for something made of plastic.
These steps are always going to be a bit of a challenge to fit off. Took me about half a day of some serious metalwork making up brackets. Didn't come with brackets, no real obvious place to install them underneath the underside of the van. Just takes time, a bit of patience. I should point out that while I'm happy to share information about where I purchase stuff from, I'm not receiving any benefit from those parties. Nobody's sponsoring me. Why the hell would they? Am I right? You compare that to the alternative of a fold-out canopy that you have to pack back down and put into a bag and stow away somewhere, and this is a pretty fantastic option. 36 seconds. However, on the flip side of the coin, of course, it cost $1,050, which is quite a bit of money. And a fold-up canopy is, what, probably 100, 200, depending on the quality. All things to consider and all decisions to make, eh? The only reason I'm showing you the reverse process, putting it back in, is the fact that there really is a bit of a technique to it. I don't know whether it's Fiamma's own technique, but this is what really works for me, is wind it out or back in until it's about a metre sticking out from the main body up on the roof. Fold the legs up or fold the legs down, depending on which way you're going. And then wind it all the way back in. But about a metre out seems to work well for me. You can see it's dangling down a little bit there, but it seems to be quite well self-supporting. You can do it in a couple of stages if you want to, but this is really nice and quick and easy. You're hanging out with Vans and Vangs, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I'm using a knife, but I have it on equally good grounds that a screwdriver will do just as good a job. First time I installed that, the first time I locked it and then went to unlock it, the barrel of the lock just kept spinning around and around, and that was it. Didn't even get to use it properly once. It's got a really, really flimsy mechanism. If you've already considered gas in your van, you will probably already realise how much legislation is around gas, which is not a bad thing. No one wants to die of asphyxiation while they're sleeping. So I built this gas locker myself, just bought the locker cover that you're looking at there online, about $100, and proceeded just to fiberglass up a plywood box. You can see the gas drain, so the gas flows to the lowest point because it's heavier than air, goes down through the chassis, certification right there, and the gas bottle held in place by a ratchet strap inside of a BCF gas bottle holder that I just had to modify. I had to cut it down a bit. It was very, very close fit. I reckon 15 mil out, and she wouldn't have fit at all. But that cost about $100, that entire solution. And probably the biggest surprise for me so far with the van is the fact that this Camac instantaneous gas hot water heater was just easy to install. Was easy to wire up. The panel inside that you turn it on and off and adjust the water temperature with, so easy. Really just a nice piece of equipment. Not overly cheap, but it's pretty much the same price as everything else. Hot water in a van is an interesting topic in itself, but man, 10 out of 10 for this thing.
Well, that's the outside tour of our van. Captured hopefully the essence of the bits and pieces, and that's what this was about. This is not showing off the fanciest van on the road or anything like that, and it's not for sale. Not trying to sell it to you. We're just showing you what we've done. It's our van. Hope you like it. All of the outside systems we've tried to cover off on, not in too much detail. Basically, if you've got any questions about any of the bits and pieces that you see on top or around the outside of this thing, just shoot me a message. I'll happily get back to you if I can. Nobody sponsored me for any of this stuff. I've bought all of this stuff good old-fashioned cash, if that's considered cash online. But one bit of advice I can give to you, and you probably know this already, is just shop hard, because you could easily save 10 to 20% on literally everything that you buy. Online is just an absolute treasure trove, and if you just pick your specials, keep an eye out for everything as they come up. Apart from that, last week we did the internal tour, or should I say the last episode. So if you're interested in what it looks like from the inside, check out the last episode. And moving forward from here, we don't live in our van. Never purported that. We don't live in it, and we're not going to for a little while yet anyway. But what we do is we've done it all up now. We've finished it. We're going to go away for weekends, and we're certainly going to report back and show you the places that we stay and what services they've got, where they're good, where they're bad. But more than that, really, is for the next couple of months, I'm going to break down all of the systems inside of this van. We're going to do the electrical, we're going to do the plumbing, we're going to do the gas, we're going to do the roof rack and what's on the roof, all of that sort of stuff. Really break down like the antenna that we've got. We've got some really good stuff in it, and when I say we, same stuff there's a lot of other people have got. But if you're interested in some feedback and what's good and what works, we've had some issues, we've had some warranty issues already with this thing, and we'll cover off on that, who was good, who was bad, to deal with. That's it. See ya.